maps coming out from this match, and then we'll have 2 maps coming out of the next match, which is going to be from the owning division.
Yes. And as per usual, for a Galorants event, we have Bind as our first map.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Choose your
Classic. Okay, yeah, Dualists picked Bind, so as a result, Iron Maidens will be defending. And do I see a Yoru? Because, oh snap, I don't know his ability names or his abilities.
Alright, so for anybody who was watching the stream, you didn't see any of the agent picks because it wasn't loading on my screen.
Surprise.
It's Marissa choosing Sage. But we can see them all now, so take a look what we have.
Oh man. Okay, I'm excited for this Yoru just because like I haven't really seen him. I haven't really played for the past 2 weeks either, so I'm very hyped to see the lurks, the big brain plays coming out from Shees.
Yes, I think that he'll be interesting because he was technically allowed last week, but I don't think we actually saw him being played, at least on stream last week. So this will be the first time on stream that he's gonna be here, and we get to see how well he plays.
Yes, and oh my gosh, Brimstone coming out on both teams. No more Omen, okay.
Are you insulted on behalf of Omen?
No, I'm just happy to see my guy Brim again.
Yeah.
He's been neglected for too long.
Oh, he really has.
Ooh. Looks like we're gonna start things off with an A execute coming out from Duelists. Of course, Sage Wall is going to delay it quite a bit. What what a Sage Wall positioning. That's really annoying to take down, but they did. And meanwhile, in A short, they're already creeping up, making their way, but it's Marissa's gonna spot out all 3. Unfortunately, it goes down to Danby, and Militia will be getting the spike down. Yoru Footsteps will make its way to Showers, and Killer Fembot gonna mow her way in, but falls to Raleig's Frenzy, and she's gonna be 3 left on the side of Iron Maidens. She's gonna pick one up on her own. Apple trying to do some damage, does not finalize the kill, but does connect a few shots and will chunk out Reyna quite a bit. Trades coming out. It's just gonna be a 2v3. Make that 1 left on the side of Iron Maidens. She's just only one going to be on Heaven. Doesn't have much time and will not be able to defuse as she runs away with her glitch pop skins.
Oh, Auralia. Didn't time that quite right to get to the teleporter. That was, I like it when we start off games and we have a really nice, like, first execution. Just really fast and clean.
Yep.
So that was good coming out of the Duelists right off the bat. Looks like they're going to be setting up for A again. And I think maybe the Iron Maidens weren't quite prepared for that amount of, like, aggression coming out. So it looks like they're going to 3-stack A. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better.
Yeah, and they're all gathering short this time, but there's actually going to be 2 coming out from Showers, and if no one's watching that, that could potentially be detrimental, seeing as they're all focused on short here. Bilby's just going to make her way through the smoke. Lots of util being used in A short right now. And it's Marissa, and she's just going to hide out around this corner.
On my mark. Portal closed.
Looks like with all that util coming out, they're gonna opt to switch gears and go B.
Yeah, that's not a bad choice. They made enough noise over there that they actually did pull one of the defenders into a rotation. So now there's 4 over on A. They only have to deal with the Reyna right now.
Yeah,
Killjoy even removed all of her abilities, so they really don't have much to contend with here.
Ooh, you're right. Oh, and Epiphany's is gonna hear all these footsteps drop up from Hookah. Doesn't know where they're coming from. It's gonna fall to Aurelia's Stinger.
Careful now.
Plant will be coming down, and all of that fire is just gonna block them off from CT and delay just for a moment as they gather an elbow. Apple's gonna pick one up, but it will come down to Noe. He trades that out for a teammate. It's just gonna be a 3v3 as she picks one up on her own. And bodies are dropping all around. Sage will heal up. They're just gonna try for this defuse, but she does go down. They're running out of time, it looks like. Marissa picks up the one, but does she have enough time? Militia's still out here. And she catches out Marissa as she defuses and picks up the round for her team.
That was unfortunate. I knew where Marisha was going with that, trying to get it halfway, but she actually let go of it too soon. So even if she had gotten that kill on Militia, she was not going to have time to defuse. That would have been unfortunate.
Yeah, but still a really good round coming up from Iron Maidens, considering that the other team in Dualists did force.
Yeah,
So
well, they didn't force because they did win the round, but they did do...
right, yeah.
Yeah, Iron Maidens did do quite a bit of damage to the economy, though, forcing them to actually buy rifles this time, rather than getting a bonus.
And Epiphanies is going to pick up that first blood with the Stinger coming down long. Is going to take a bit of damage though and has to fall back as she waits for the rest of her teammates to come out. Will flash, hearing all of the presence. And lots of shots coming out. Wallbang is going to go through from Noe onto Shees. And it's just going to be 4v4. Looks like everyone has gathered on the B side and might get messy real quick. Grenades and smokes have been utilized. The duelists are going to make their way on site now to try to plant. But there's one still left. Oh, Apple will fall. And lots of sequential kills coming out. 2v2 spike has been planted. Marissa's gonna try to make her way. It does fall. And she's up to Epiphany, who gets a 3k, but unfortunately falls to Militia, who picks up a 3k of her own. And another round will go to the Duelists.
Yeah, we can see kind of a little bit of a difference here in the teams. The Duelists are definitely working together. You can tell that they're not quite set plays, but they've practiced these takes enough that they're working really well as a team right now. They're not really forcing any 1v1 situations. They're always there with a teammate to trade. We're seeing a lot, as you were saying, like there's a lot of kills going on because they keep trading back and forth. But it looks like we're going to go back to A. I do like that Yoru, the footsteps going through the teleporter. I didn't know they actually made the agent teleport, or the agent, teleport noise.
But yeah, it looks like they're gonna go back to the tried and true A, opting for a split push coming out here. She knows there's presence, lands the flash, and picks up one onto Bilby to start the round off. Might even be able to catch Danby, who was carrying the spike. And Iron Maiden's just gonna pick up these kills as they're trying to come in. An orbital strike will come out and Killer Fembot falls. And the rest of Iron Maidens is just gonna clean this up and pick themselves up around.
That was really nice for them. Getting the spike down in their zone where it was going to be very hard for the Duelists to pick that up was great. I don't know if Danby knew she had the spike or if that was maybe a little bit of a mistake, being the Duelist kind of pushing into site. Because her team didn't go with her, so there was no chance of that kill being traded out. So once the spike went down, they were a little bit stuck there. Because that called everybody over. It was really good work from the Iron Maidens to hold that and get the last picks that they needed.
And off of that, looks like they're gonna set their sights out onto B this time. And Epiphanies is gonna just spot them out. Gets a great first blood on Danby. And is going to alert the rest of her team that there's lots of presence B calling over the Sage. Meanwhile, Noe and Aurelia are gonna pick up 2 to help clear the site. as they're looking to go on and plant. Epiphanies is gonna reach out of elbow, does fire a few shots, isn't gonna connect onto a kill and falls.
Spike planted.
Plant is going to go down. Empress has been popped by Noe. She's trying to fend off the rest of the defenders from even seeing the spike.
Yeah, right now they're in really good
Player
positions to
standing.
hold this from the defense.
Yeah, for sure. It's just gonna be Killer Fembot left and Hookah here. Not much you can do. Yeah, no, he's gonna pick up the 3K, another round for the Dualists.
Yeah, we're far enough into the rounds here that we're starting to see a lot of the ults come out. Both Reyna's popped their ults that time. We saw Brim the round before that. But we still have a couple up on board for both teams, so each team still has something that they can use here. It's not like they've run out of options. Epiphanies is really good. The Reyna on the defense is really good at going long and getting that first initial pick. She starts off the rounds really well whenever they push B here. It's just a matter of not letting them plant because their post plant is very strong.
Yeah, it looks like she's gonna try for it again with the Leer. Isn't gonna spot anyone out, but does know someone's there. Gonna start peeking out. Ooh, successfully made her way and crossed. I don't think Danby knows, but does not opt to put the wall. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna play this safe, and yeah, Bilby's able to get that kill onto Epiphanies. But her teammate does go down in the meantime. Looks like the Yoru ult has been popped. And in the meantime, they're gonna try their hand onto B again, seeing as the site has been completely cleared. Plant will be able to go down, and Apple tries to make her way, but does fall to Noe, and it's just gonna be up to Sheez and Killer Fembot, who are both on opposite sides of the site.
Last player standing.
Ooh, that nanostorm is gonna chunk out a bit of damage from Sheez, forcing her to jump onto the box. And with 4 members left of Dualists, this is gonna be a bit hard for Sheez. She gets spotted out in the elbow by Militia, who picks up a 3 kill.
Yeah, that Yoru's Dimensional Drift, his ultimate, is you can do some really weird mind games with that one because nobody can hear you or see you unless they're within like something like 5 feet of you. There's like this little tiny circle where they can hear you, so you can just like run into people and scare them. She didn't do that there, but it is a possibility of something that you can do. I'm liking this change that we're seeing out of the Iron Maidens right now. We can see that 3 of them are actually going over to B site. Or Brim is going to chill kind of in their spawn area to make those rotations much faster, which should help them with like preventing the plant is the idea. So hopefully we'll see how this works out for them. They know that it's not an immediate B hit because Reyna did come out and take a look and didn't see anybody over in the market area.
Yeah, and with Aurelia using the lockdown, this is a very obvious signal that they're trying to go for A here, and all the rotations will come out. Apple's util in the alarm bot is going to catch Aurelia, who does fall, but Noe trades that out. And no man advantage yet. 2 ults available on both sides.
Launching smoke.
And with smokes going down, Militia is not going to be able to plant, as the orbital strike forces her into the hands of She's Ghost. And it's just going to be 2 left. Spike is down. Marissa's resurrection is available, but it is a bit hard to get to her teammates. Might spot out Noe, and she isn't able to finalize that kill as Noe picks one up on the Killer Fembot, and her location is going to be known. Marissa, not long for this world as she falls to Bill.
That was a bit of an unfortunate placement from Marissa. That was a very open spot to stand. I'm not really sure why she was there, or if she intended to move somewhere else and then got stuck because she knew where the enemies were. But she put herself directly into a crossfire. That was going to be very hard for her unless unless the enemy team didn't peek together, which we've seen them time and time again in the rounds up to this point. They do. They peek together. They're very good at communicating and knowing when to swing and when to wait a little bit. We're seeing them switch up their strategies a little bit, which is really nice because they go A lot, but they do swap it up to B occasionally, trying to throw off the defense here.
Yeah, but with these shots firing out from Hookah and Sky Smokes going down, this is gonna be a signal to Iron Maidens that they're gonna look to plant B this time. They have jumped out of Hookah and made their way onto site that's completely clear, but the rest of Iron Maidens are swiftly coming out. Lockdown will go down. And this is going to force Dualists off of the site.
Yeah, and look at where the Reyna is. Epiphanies is just waiting for them back there.
Oh yeah, she picks up 2, but the detain will come through. And so will the defuse as Epiphany picks up a 3K and brings up the score to 2-6.
That was a really nice round out of Iron Maidens. We hadn't seen them do any flanks like that before. And it's very unfortunate because on this map, like, flanks are really strong. Because if you use the teleporter, people can hear you. So they know your exact location. But there's a killjoy in each team. Dualists aren't using her stuff to trigger, like, when there's a flank, so they had no idea she was back there. They thought they were completely safe going out long from that lockdown until she appeared.
Yeah, that was great coordination coming out on the side of Iron Maidens to pick up that round. And there come the Yoru footsteps. Just passing through as Dualists are going to mosey their way down onto B once again, greeted by the Sage Wall. And this will call for a rotate from Iron Maidens as the Sage Wall is now broken and everyone has been forced off of site, except for Marissa, who gets flashed and falls to Aurelia, going to pick up that kill. 3 ults are available on the side of Dualists to help capture the site, which they already have hold of as the plant does go down. And Epiphany is caught out mid-flash, gonna fall to her clone component in Noe, leaving only 2 members of Iron Maidens left. Lucky and Killer Fembot cautiously coming out onto the site. Nano Swarm will be detonated to hopefully push anyone back, but the alarm bot is going to quickly alert them of her presence. It's just going to be up to little Killer Fembot, who's trading it out with Milby. But she will eventually fall, with another round going to the Duelists.
That was a good retake attempt. Unfortunately, now Duelists have all of their ults up, which is going to prove a little bit problematic, especially since the Iron Maidens don't have that Brim ult yet. She's at 5 out of 7 of those points that she needs for it. Because the really good thing about the Brim ult is you don't have to get near the lockdown to destroy it. I think that's why a lot of people use Brim right now, especially because Killjoy, you see Killjoy basically all the time on teams now. So if they choose to use the lockdown, it's going to be hard for Iron Maidens to actually destroy it.
Right. And Epiphany's picking up that first blood in B-Long time and time again, gets 1 and is just gonna, you know, move on back as she repositions herself for this take. And take indeed, as the lockdown is going to come out on the side of Duelists as they try to clear the site. Wish they do, and plant be swiftly coming down.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a problem for Iron Maidens. Though their Killjoy is now on the flank. Grim is waiting for her in Hookah, however.
Ooh, and the rest does come out. Killer Fembot is going to be back, giving a great numbers advantage for Iron Maidens. And on the back of Epiphany's 3K, now a 4K from Bilby. Oh, but Apple is just gonna run on in and judge.
Imagine if I
Oh,
died
you
right
hate to
now.
see it.
So funny.
Those last few seconds, so much happened.
I was a little concerned there when she let go of the defusal. I think they were trying to see if Killer Fembot could get over there fast enough to grab the ultimate point, and then they decided that they didn't have time for that. Which was probably smart, because they didn't have time for that. But that was a really nice retake. I admit I was a little skeptical. Didn't have too much faith. But they proved me wrong, and I'm happy about it. It was really nice for them to get that kill on the Brimstone and Hookah, though, because that allowed their flanker to come in kind of uncontested. So that was good. Especially since Dualists are now aware that they flank, so they're always, if they have the woman power, they're gonna always set somebody up to watch for it.
Dang, I'm still dead at how Bilby got a 4K, and Lucky just like walked on in casually and killed her with the judge. Like, just hate to see it. But Epiphany's getting a first blood once again, not even on B, and she's still able to get one, but does fall to Danby, who triggers the run it back to help the team clear sight. And that's only gonna leave 3 members of Iron Maidens left. We're trying to retake. Yoru Flash does connect, but nothing will come out of that. It's just gonna be shots firing. She's actually going to finalize a kill onto Danby, and Iron Maidens are making their way onto site with these kills. Ooh, but Noe spots out She's, capitalizes on one, while Aurelia capitalizes on the other, and they're gonna take this round.
Last round in the half.
Yes, that was a very good round. We're going into the last round and a half here, which, you know, with a 3-8 scoreline, it's not terrible for the Iron Maidens. They definitely want to get this round if they can. Fortunately, it doesn't look like the economy is going to work in their favor here, but you never know. We have seen them do good things on thrifty rounds before, so it does look like it's going to be another A hit. They have 3 stacking over on B, which they're going to have to rotate pretty quickly here once they realize that everybody's going A short.
Yeah, and like with that Sage wall coming down, looks like they're all gonna actually be grouped up here. Oh wait. Oh wait, no, they are still going for A short. Just gonna put the turret down for flanks now that they know those happen. Epiphany's right up in their face. Is gonna get one onto Danby, but does quickly fall afterwards. The Nanoswarm is just gonna delay the push, allowing the rest of Iron Maiden to come collect themselves, but they're gonna rotate to B, and Yoru's ult isn't going to be of much help to see this.
Placing alarm bot.
There's the Killjoy utility to stop the flank.
Decoy.
They know.
I was wondering how long it would take them to start putting it out.
Looks like they're still grouped in Hookah. Orbital Strike is gonna come out, gets one, and makes the others reposition. But in that chaos, 3 kills are going to come out on the side of Dualists, leaving only Lucky left in this elbow. She's gonna be able to pop this lockdown, which will help her just a bit, but Noe going to pick that up. And that's going to be the first half, with advantage going to the Dualists.
That was a smart move, putting the lockdown down.
I know.
Yes, lockdown down. And she was prepared for them to come challenge her on it. It just was unfortunate that Noe shot a little bit faster sooner. But they're on attack now. We talk about how Bind is always technically a defender-sider map, but it seems like every time I watch it, the attackers always end up doing better, so I have faith. We'll see how they go. It looks like they're going for a bit of a default position here. Nate gonna send some Yoru tricks up towards B and then hit A.
Yeah, and Raze is gonna see that. Going to know everyone's on A. Epiphany is going to run right in. Gets that first kill onto Noe with the frenzy.
The frenzy!
Oh man. Another kill coming out from the frenzy. The plant going down. There's only 3 members left. Epiphany's picking up another one with a frenzy, but it will fall to the gun. With Aurelia picking up 2 of her own. The bomb is ticking. Shots are firing, and Aurelia's the only one left. Is going to spot out one. Will she be able to get the other? No, she doesn't, and away she goes. As the round will go to the other team.
I am living for all of these frenzy kills.
Frenzy hits different.
They just make me happy. Everybody knows I love the frenzy. It's so good that that has now become meta.
Yes.
It's just wonderful. Look at Epiphany's right now, though. She's at 17 and 11, and her next teammate is at 9. She is hard carrying this for them.
Yeah, she's been getting a lot of these first bloods.
Which makes sense, because she's playing as Reyna. In getting that first kill, especially in that first round, healed her up and gave her kind of a shield, like part of a shield, which was great. It's one of the things that makes Reyna super strong.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like they're gonna do the same type of setup, planting from A short and blocking them off with the Sage Wall. And again, another first kill onto Noe. This is almost a repeat of last round.
I think they heard the teleport too, because it looks like... Oh, maybe not.
Ooh, Militia knows one's there. She's ready. She wants Marissa to come out, but she's not gonna peek it. And Militia's actually going to be able to get that kill while Bilby gets 2 of her own. Stinger hits different. Another Stinger kill with a 3k coming out from Bilby to cap off that round for the Dualists as they defuse this one and add another point.
They were prepared that time for the quick hit down A short into the plant. So I'm curious to see now that their plan has been read a little bit, what Iron Maidens is going to do to change it up. Looks like they're having a bit of a huddle down at their spawn point over there.
Placing alarm bot.
Maybe that's going to be their strategy, is just not appear anywhere and really confuse the Dualists until the last, like, 45 seconds.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if it was last week, but I remember there was like a team who always did a huddle in the beginning and they ended up winning. It was so funny.
Hold on. It looks like they were trying to call for a pause, and they have to keep playing because the timer's going down. You can't pause during an actual round.
Here.
Unfortunate. It sounds like somebody DC'd, so we'll have a little bit of a pause unless they come back during this round.
Wait, am I blind? Everyone...
Rain is down.
I was gonna say, I think everybody looks
Yeah,
like they're moving, but not really sure who it is.
Well, I mean, Epiphanies won't be moving because she dead. She's
Too
gonna fall.
soon, Jess. Too soon.
Oh man. Okay, well. Some kills are gonna come out, but looks like the action is yet to explode onto B site. The site that Iron Maidens are choosing it to plant on as they all fall in garden.
That was unfortunate, just because of the issues. Let's see if we... No, we're gonna need our observer to pause. I don't know that anybody actually disconnected, so...
Yeah, I think we're good now.
Oh boy.
Yep. Everybody's running. Everybody's running, and everybody's gonna be gunning. But we won't be able to see both because of patch. No more running guns. Sad. Another B hit is going to come out of lots of util being used, and that's actually going to chunk down Lucky to only 10 HP just to begin with. Not even going to be seeing any shots, and waiting outside. Dammy going to pick up 2. She was ready for that, just staring straight ahead at everybody who TP'd, and that's going to leave she's stuck in there with the spike. Hopefully Epiphanies will try to bail her out. Oh wait, she made it out anyways. Gonna pick up Dammy with that revenge kill to avenge the rest of her team who did fall. It's just gonna be she's and Epiphanies left, trying their best to make it onto the site. The ult will be popped to hopefully try to get her on site. But meanwhile, her teammate does fall, and with only 4 HP left, this is going to be a bit rough for She's, as she's going to try to maneuver her way out.
Ooh, nice.
Just Yoru things. But Auralia is going to see She's, and we'll pick that one up. And we're at match point in favor of Dualists.
Match point.
So looks like we... Do we need to pause? No, we don't. Looks like we're good.
Oh, okay, so she's good now?
Internet came through, yes.
Interesting. Okay. Sorry about that. A little bit of a hiccup.
It is okay. We are back into it. Didn't miss anything so far, but our Maidens might be looking to execute onto B. Wait, what is this? A flank coming up from Danby? Going to catch Epiphanies off guard, picking that one up. And with Epiphanies gone, going to, I guess, rethink where they want to go. Killer Fembot knows Danby will be in that vicinity, picks that up on her side. No man advantage yet. Only at 4-4. Ah, yes, raise util. Bilby's gonna pick that up onto She's. You love to see it.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, Raze does have her ultimate too, so if they start pushing into hookah, she'll probably pop it and toss that out in there.
Yeah, Showstopper is available, and there's only 18 seconds left. Iron Maidens is going to have to bust it. They still want this spike going down. With only 2 members left and only a few seconds left. Time is ticking, and Plant is not going down.
Defenders win.
But Iron Maidens will be going down, and as the first map will go to the side of the Duelists.
Yes. So that was a good map. I think the Iron Maidens need to be aware of the aggression that's coming out of the Duelists on both attack and defense. They were very much not afraid to just like push quickly and try to find them. Now for our second map, I believe we're going to Ascent, which will be the Iron Maidens pick. So let's see if they can win on their own map. But in the meantime, we are going to go to a short break, and we will be back in probably about 5 to 10 minutes. So, see you soon.
Took a swing at a wrecking ball and I prayed for my downfall. And I found a way to reconcile, 'cause in my heart it's not worthwhile. It's a bloody battlefield where some go down, others heal. In the end it's all the same. All you can do is play the game. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. No, don't wanna live a lie. Life kept spinning at my feet and forced you down a dead-end street, when all I had went up in flames, burning only dark remains. I cover up every part of my skin, oh, 'cause I don't like the person within. No, I know I'm the one to blame. All I can do is take the shame. Oh, do we say goodbye? Refuse to question why. I'm too sad to say I'm sorry, so lie and pretend that you're okay. Swear that you will stay. Keep trying for one day. I'm sick of all these lies. Don't care if I capsize. There's nothing left for me to hide. Don't wanna live a lie. Too many lows, too many highs. Too many things to criticize. And so I leave it all behind. Don't wanna live a lie. Sick of all these lies. Can't stand to live a lie. You're driving me crazy, driving me crazy, driving me crazy. Your body's made, your body's made, your body's made. The way your body syncopates, you're driving me crazy. Oh,
Alright, and we're back with the second map for the match between Dualists and Iron Maidens. Just a refresher, this is a learning division match, and following this match will be one from the owning division. So with the last map, Dualists had a very good showing on Bind, with Iron Maidens starting off on defense. But again, we did have like a bit of some connection issues coming up from Iron Maidens, so hopefully that has been all resolved, as this is their map pick on Ascent.
Yes, I'm very excited to see both of these teams on Ascent. So the Dualists, in their past 2 weeks matches, they've only played Split and Bind. For some reason, both those matches, those were the map picks, were Split and Bind. So we don't have any data on them for how they can play Ascent, which should be interesting, because Iron Maidens, I believe, chose Ascent last week as well, so they're fairly confident in their team on this map.
Interesting. And sorry, I'm just looking at
Select your
the
agent.
picks right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but are these the exact same comps as the last map?
It certainly looks that way, yes.
Yay, more Yoru.
He's a fun character, especially because he's so new that not everybody really knows how to play against him. The downside of that being that not everybody knows how to play with him either.
Yep.
But he is a lot of fun. And you can do some really fun things with him. I think people are realizing his sound cues still, so a lot of the times they'll won't quite know what's going on even with the sound cues. Makes for interesting plays.
Yeah, even I don't know what's going on. Just don't know his ability names, but you know, we're learning.
We looked them up, it's fine. We got this. Yeah, so we're here on Ascent. Looks like they're going to be doing a bit of a B push first, which will be fun. God, there's a bear in here. Not know that.
Wait, what the heck?
Our observer's showing us all the fun places on the map.
Shout out to Casey! Just some spam shots starting off the round, thanks to our lovely friend, the Sage Wall. Big enough, actually, to deter Iron Maidens from going through main, as they all look to group up onto mid. Riley is going to spot out a few, connects a few shots, does not capitalize on one, but that's some good damage on to some members of Dualists.
With the frenzy!
Yes, of course. The Honorable Frenzy. Who Epiphanies is now dawning. Killer Fembot, not on that wave yet, with the classic. Speaking of classic, Militia's gonna get that one onto Epiphanies. Ralia, not too long with a second of her own. There's only 3 members left of Iron Maidens, as they have yet to make their way onto site. Lots of Killjoy util actually going to be able to spot them out and delay them even further. Turret actually going to chip down its Marissa to a substantial amount.
30 seconds left.
We do have a flank coming out too. So they're gonna be pretty trapped here in A main in a second.
Ooh, flanking Sage. Damn, you're gonna run it up. Sees all 3. Takes a bit of time to decide who to kill. Gets one onto its Marissa, but does fall to She's. With only 10 seconds left, they really have to make their way onto site. She's now the only one left. Too many people shooting at her and will fall. First round is on the side of the Dualists.
And I do want to just correct what we said earlier. It's a slightly different setup for the Duelists. They have Arena now instead of Phoenix, and they've actually swapped up who is playing some of the characters.
Oh?
So that'll be interesting. Yeah, we have Noe is on... Oh wait, no. I'm sorry, I misread that. DNB brought in Sage rather than Phoenix. That was the change.
Sage Wall up again. Going to kill that off real quick, but instead of going the other way, looks like they're going to push on ahead with this kind of a split here with some in mid and some in main.
Placing
spike
swamp
is going to be in the hands of Lucky. Meanwhile, her team has actually made their way onto site without clearing it. Epiphanies will fall to Danby, who picks up the first blood. Noe with the second kill quick after. And they'll be coming out. It looks like they're each picking up a kill of their own, and She's and Lucky are going to be the only ones left trapped in main
Placing swarm grenade.
as they try to recuperate and group up. But their position will be known, and it's just going to be She's left. Kind of trapped her, but is going to be able to capitalize on one with Bilby, who was low, but eventually does fall to Danby. And another round going on the side of Dualists.
The Iron Maidens need to kind of up their aggression a little bit here. We see them come into B main, and that was the second round in a row where they went to go into B main and then backed off at the last second. And unfortunately, Epiphanies didn't get the message to back off, so she went in there alone to try to clear a site, which can work sometimes, but did not work in her favor that time. So I think the Iron Maidens need to maybe take a deep breath, settle down a little bit, and start playing a little bit more aggressively, even in the face of the abilities that Dualists might throw at them.
Right, and yeah, it looks like they're going to switch things up a bit. Kind of a default-ish coming out.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try to take mid here, which is really nice on this map, because if you have mid control, it's very easy to split the defense, which makes it much, much easier to actually get those kills and force those engagements within to your advantage.
Yeah, they don't want to deal with that Sage Wall again. Coming through Cat, Epiphanies is going to pick up first blood onto Aurelia, who was positioned there, and looks like they've made their way onto site. Epiphanies with the second again. Just going to scout out the parameter as the rest of her team is going to be directly on site with the plant going down. Epiphanies with a 4K. Will she be able to find the fifth? Such crisp shots coming out. And Danby just making her way. Little does she know Epiphanies is right there. Oh, they just miss each other.
Oh
no, her back is her
Don't do
back
this.
turned. Her back's turned! Oh, Danby's gonna pick that one up.
Yeah, she'll
And
probably
yeah.
save here.
Yeah, there's not much time. Yeah, she's gonna opt for the save. But yeah, what a round coming out from Epiphanies.
So close to the ace. That was really nice from her, though. I really like her on the Reyna. We saw her leading her team last game, and I would predict that she would stay at the top of the leaderboard for this game as well. She's very good at using Reyna's abilities and backing off when needed, but being aggressive and confident in herself and going into those engagements.
Yeah, for sure. Like during that take, the rest of her team was on site, and she was basically going around the parameter and killing everybody before they could even see the site.
Yeah, we're seeing her now. She's actually going off by herself over towards B site. I don't know if she'll come mid again to try to meet up with her team, or if she's gonna just be making some noise over there and try to kind of lurk.
Decoy. Decoy.
Ooh, decoy. I just really like the way that sounded. Oh, but an early turret is going to spot out some presence on Cat, as everybody from the team is actually going to be here. But Noe is now here with her teammate. Never mind, she's not here anymore. Aurelia is not either. Just going to be 3 left on the side of Dualists, with those early pickups coming out from Iron Maidens. Bilby has made her way. Is going to wait for the rest of her teammates to converge so they can retake this together, as the plant will go down.
Placing swarm grenade.
Everyone's just going to get into position, you know, the util, killjoy volleys on the plant. And they have made their way onto heaven. Sage Wall has come down. Militia, on the meantime, on the other side, picks one up onto Shees. Does get chipped down to some low health.
One enemy remaining.
And they're just gonna jump out of heaven, pick up a few kills. Killer Fembot's still alive, but the Bucky gets one. And I think, yeah, I was about to say, I think she takes it. She does. Clutches it out with the Bucky and goes out in style. Oh, she doesn't even go out because she got the round.
You thought she was gonna die. That was a really nice take from Iron Maidens. You could definitely see that they're much more confident on this map. I know I was saying that they needed to be more aggressive earlier, but they know that they have good plays on this map, that they're confident in how they work together here. I like that they've been doing that kind of like mid push over into A side. It's been working out really well for them. Seem to have maybe swapped it up here, which is fine because you gotta keep swapping your strategies, otherwise the defenders will get too used to. You'll be too predictable to the defenders, I should say.
Yeah, and
Decoy.
it's funny you say that because the defenders actually swapped as well. Sage is usually out here on B with the Sage Wall, and that's why I feel they haven't really made their way to B because of the Sage Wall, but it looks like they're not going to make their way to B anyways.
The defending Sage actually did put her wall already on a catwalk area so that they can't do that push again.
Yeah, and the Sky Smokes are going to come up. Bilby, in the meantime, has pushed out aggressively, but does get seen by Shees, who will pick up that kill. Meanwhile, the rest of Iron Maidens have made their way to A, and they're going to be met with a lot of Killjoy util in that chokehold.
Yeah, now that the Sage Wall is down, though, they do have the option of coming in this way again.
30 seconds left.
Nano Swarm Vex to Jipper going to push out Epiphanies just a bit. Oh wow, She's picks up 2 kills in sequence, making a quick 3k. Damn, gonna spot one onto Epiphanies, but will fall, and it's just left to 2 members left. She's is gonna connect some shots, gets a 4k. Will we finally see an ace in this game?
I don't know that it'll be an ace, though. Because Bilby was resurrected, so that 4k was technically on somebody that was already dead.
We still take those!
Okay.
She gets an ace. Hey, if the effect says it, that noise, you know.
No, that's 100% fair. If the sound effect goes off, you can count it as an ace. And maybe she did, because I know she didn't. The Yoru. Oh no, she is Yoru. Never mind. I lied. She did get an ace. I think she killed Bilby twice, but that's fine.
Yes, we take those. That was such a cool sound. The
That
glitch
was a
pop.
cool sound.
I didn't think it would sound like that. But I like
Who's
it.
next?
She should have looked up, so. Ooh.
Oh my gosh. She's ran in. She noped out so quick. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, okay. Oh, okay, She's is back. Back again. Oh, but Orbital Strike is gonna come out. And Militia is just gonna be out waiting here as they come out. Only picks up 1 kill, however. And we're gonna be at a 3v3. Lots of action already come out in the beginning of this round.
Last player standing.
Oh, and the Sage Wall. They're just gonna walk and miss each other. Ring around the rosy. Oh, what a round.
That was a great round from both teams. Oh, poor She's just ran in there and went, nope, I'm out. Bye, guys.
It looked so funny because his animation runs like is running, so she ran it and then she ran backwards. I can't.
Pro level of observing right there, guys. Pro level.
Yes.
But
oh, that's too good.
Yeah, that's 4 in a row for Iron Maidens. So they're definitely feeling it. Definitely hurt the economy of their opponents here.
And early pickups coming out Not gonna go B as the Resurrect does come out. Ooh, but looks like they're gonna be in a bit of a pinch here. As Danby and Militia is gonna be out here waiting on both sides. If one walks through, they're gonna die. Oh, but Epiphany spots out the corner of Danby's body and is not gonna let that happen.
I don't know that she knew that Militia was over there, though.
Yeah, and she's still here. She's gonna hear all these footsteps. Yeah, they don't know she's there. Patience pays off, but she's going to connect that flash,
Remaining.
which displaces Militia, and she's gonna go down. Relly's the only one left. And it's just gonna be a duel. She's kind of stuck in this corner with only 32 HP left. Killer Fembot's just gonna close that one out. Another round coming out for Iron Maiden.
I think it's safe to say that Ascent, especially on the attack, is definitely an Iron Maiden map.
They were ready for this.
They are prepared for this map. You never know. Maybe this is the only map that they practice and they're just like really, really good at it. Because like in the league that they're playing in right now, you don't have to win both games. You get a point for any game win. So as long as you pick up one each match, like that's not too bad, honestly.
Yeah, we do take them. But this time around, they're going to be switching things up a bit. Ooh, Bilby's going to pick up the First Blood onto our First Blood MVP and Epiphanies, and another few kills coming out after that in the favor of Dualists. Iron Maidens quickly find themselves with only 2 members left, but they're booking it for A site, which is now clear.
I dropped the spike.
Yeah, there's not even any killjoy utility, so they do have to handle that turret that she just put down, but nothing else.
Last player standing.
Yeah, it looks like the turret was enough. 6-man Aurelia going to pick up the finalizing 2 kills to get that point for her team.
That's a good round for the Duelists. They really needed to pick one up there because they've lost the last 5 in a row, which is really damaging to their economy. So getting a win there is definitely going to help them money-wise and probably morale-wise. Again, this Ascent is a defender-sided map. So we really, I'm sure they're hoping that they could pick up a couple of more rounds here, but...
Oh man, is it gonna happen again? No, because the Sage Wall is gonna go down.
Oh no, where's she gonna go?
She made it onto site. Oh wow, what a quick flick! I did not think she would survive that one.
Why does she have the spike though?
Oh man. Orbital Strike did go down. What a chaotic few seconds. Just gonna be a bit of a standoff here as everybody knows where everyone is in a sense. Militia going to pick up and Danby another. Slowly, it's just gonna be Lucky left. Made her way on the site, gets one, isn't able to get the other. But wow, the score is, the gap is closing.
It is indeed. We only have 3 rounds left in this half, so he definitely wants to fight pretty hard here to each pick up 1 or 2 more. Ideally 3 more, but you never know. This is a much closer game than it seemed like on Bind. Which we see a lot of. There's a lot of times where like one team will really dominate on Bind, but not... There's another bear. But not as much on the other maps. We didn't see a lot of use from the teleporters on Bind, but I think it definitely... that is a factor in teams with their mind games, because you can very easily play mind games on Bind.
Early Molly and Sky Smokes to just deter any action coming out from Cat as they make a lot of presence, or they have a lot of presence anyways in mid. Killer Fembot making her way up with She's and just gonna be Militia here. Who does go down, not without a fight, picks up one. On the other side,
player
however,
standing.
lots of action coming out, and Duelist is gonna come out on top. She's with only 2 HP left, kind of stuck in mid here. And is gonna be spotted out by Noe, picking up a 3K and capping it off at a 5-5. Ooh.
Saw a tweet the other day that said, "Can we please stop running around corners with our abilities out?" I think a lot of people need to. I know I definitely need to take that to heart. It is something that you see a lot though. Is a lot of the times people have their abilities out before they check a corner, and then they'll check it without a gun and end up getting picked off, which is always unfortunate. This is a very interesting strategy from Iron Maidens though, just leaving the bomb over by B main alone.
It's to lure them out.
Yes. the bait and switch, right? Something like that.
Yeah, no, looks like they're gonna go A. It feels like we haven't been on the site in a while.
No, and look at how many ults the defenders have to use here, though.
Ooh.
2 rounds left in the half. They'll probably use a couple here, maybe save a couple for that last round.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was a really satisfying sound coming up from Glitch Pop. I see why people get it now.
Oh, that's
what a
unfortunate.
great orbital strike! Alicia going to pick up 2, but somehow the spike still went down. It's just gonna be up to She's and Killer Fembot, both not on site. But they are watching both sides. She's gonna trap Aurelia here and going to get 1. Alicia, in the meantime, has a 3K, but the defuse has been completed. The round isn't over for She's. Who gets a 4K? Okay.
If she'd just been a little bit faster on that, she probably could have stopped the defuse, but the defenders, the Dualists, had 3 members up, so that was smart of them to set somebody on spike and just tell them to hold it. While the other 2 took care of any attackers that came in. I think the Iron Maidens need a... This is the last round in this half, so hopefully they'll change it, but we've been seeing them go main on either A or B a lot. And we saw at the beginning of this game that doesn't work well for them. I don't know why they stopped their mid push down Cat, since that had worked so well previously.
Alright. But yeah, this Sage Wall has proved to be a bit of an annoyance, and Dammy's just gonna be in this cheese corner. Picks up 2 with her teammate on the crossfire. She's quickly left to her own. With 1 minute left in the round. What a half.
Yeah, very close half. We're going in 7-5.
Switching sides.
That's not a bad scoreline for either team really here. The Iron Maidens are now going to go on defense. This is their map choice. I'm sure they have a strong defense here. And they're not that far behind the Duelists at the moment. They can easily pick up 2 rounds. It'll be better if they pick up the pistol rounds, but I don't know that they've won a pistol against this team yet. So that, if they don't win the pistol in the subsequent second round, that's gonna lengthen the gap between them, but it still won't put them too far out of the game yet. This will be interesting. I think, no, oh, no, she's not. Okay. I was gonna say, I thought Epiphany's was gonna get walled out of the game.
Oh. And there's the wall. Going to spam a few shots for that, allowing the repositioning to come out on the side of Iron Maidens, who have now made their way onto site. Epiphany's with the first blood to start us off. It's gonna be a few back and forth on with the advantage going to Iron Maidens, and only 2 members left of Dualists.
One enemy remaining.
And she's gonna try to fight this off with her frenzy.
That was going to be hard for Aurelia. She did have plenty of time to possibly do some sort of a rotation to get out of position from where the Iron Maidens thought that she was. Fortunately, she took a little bit too long thinking about that, so... And then tried to get get that cheeky kill once she saw her. But that was going to be hard regardless for her, just because of the location of the spike. It would be super easy for the Iron Maidens to set up a bunch of crossfires and then just wait her out.
Right.
But Iron Maidens proving me wrong every time I say something. They won that pistol round. You love to see it.
Yes, we do. Okay, this is interesting because they have Brimstone out in mid while the rest of the team is going to be pushing through B. And
Here.
yeah, it looks like Militia's actually going to drag a lot of attention to herself in mid. As Lucky was the only one in the vicinity of B, allowing them to get free sight and the plant. And they're still hunting for Militia here, who although falls, but she drew a lot of attention, and that gave enough time for her team to position and plant.
She did, and they put the plant down a couple of seconds ago, so now she's also wasted some of the time that the defenders need to go and defuse. Like she's checking the idiot corner.
Next level strat.
Decoy.
Ooh, she's footsteps. Going to make everybody look on that side, but she's still going to fall in the end as Aurelia gets that kill. It's just gonna be Lucky left, and with no time and no woman on her team left. she's just gonna save.
That was... I should have been paying more attention. I'm not sure where Apple went there. She destroyed the Sage wall, and then I thought she was going to go through to meet her team, but she somehow ended up in Market while everybody was dying. So I don't know if that was maybe a little bit of a miscommunication from Iron Maidens, or what was going on there. But yeah, we're coming into the third round. Each team got a round in the first two, so nobody's like really hurting in terms of economy. A rather slow start from Dualists, which is a little bit unusual for them. I love how aggressive the Iron Maidens are, though.
Decoy.
Especially coming up through
Decoy.
mid, making sure that they don't lose control of that area.
Oh, that would have been so trippy if Bilby didn't see the footsteps. Definitely made her flinch a bit. And they're just gonna be huddled up in this A main area, soon to be greeted by the lovely Sage Wall.
She did hear the second set of footsteps as well, but I think it might have actually tricked her into thinking it was a real person and not the fake. She didn't actually see the fakes.
Ooh, Sky Smoke is gonna go down, and it's Marissa going to get spotted out as she falls, allowing the plant to come through.
Spike planted.
There's just gonna be 2 members left.
That was awfully cheeky from She's. Trying to sneak in under the door there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that KJ turret is just chipping her down. Lucky only 5 HP. She's gonna go down to the turret.
Alright, 3-round differential between these two teams. Iron Maidens can still bring it back. They do need to... I'm not entirely sure. It hasn't really been enough rounds to say, like, this is definitively what they're doing wrong. Because it's not necessarily that they're doing anything wrong, it just seems like they're not communicating as well. They have been communicating so well and playing so well as a team, especially in the end of that first half. And I think they just need to warm up a little bit to being on defense now and get that communication going again.
Yeah, and they're gonna be grouped up here. Killer Fembot actually going to spot out everybody. Does Molly, but gets mollied herself. She's gonna fall there with only 3 members left of I was gonna say Immortal Maidens.
Spike planted.
Oh, they both start with that. Okay. Plant does go down, and the three of them have made their way, all positioned in different entrances. So, might be a bit of a converged situation here. Epiphany's only 5 HP, will go down to Noe, making only 2 of the members left. All of Dualists are going to be on site for this. It's going to be a tough one.
Player standing.
And yeah, she's going to be the only one left. Turret does make some noise, spots her out. They know where she is, going to take some damage, and falls to Bilby. It's a 3k. And we're going to be up 10-6 on the side of Duelists.
That was a really aggressive push from the Duelists. Getting that first pick on to Killer Fembot. She's probably wishing she hadn't poked her head out there and shown where her position quite as early. But getting that first pick and then getting onto site so quickly was very good for them. I was a little bit surprised that they kept all 5 on site. I don't know if they were maybe nervous that the defense was already prepared to for the retake or something, and they just didn't want to risk losing someone. But it's unusual to see 5 of them stay on site like that.
Ooh, and off of that, Epiphanies is going to aggressively peek.
Oh no!
Oh my god, the wall! The Sage wall! She's stuck! And a flurry of kills coming out. No man advantage. Wait, who put down that wall? Oh, that was so unlucky. But she was able to get a few before she did fall. And the dimensional drift coming out, she's finally able to successfully do that. Oh, but gets spotted out by Bilby, who's waiting for her.
Remaining.
Bilby with a 3k. Bit of a standoff, kind of a duel coming out, but Militia's gonna opt out of that. She goes onto site, and the race nades bail that one out. Bilby going to pick up a 4k and a round.
She could have had that one too, possibly. 2v1's not bad odds to go into a retake, but
Yeah, it's winnable.
that raise grenade.
Yep.
It has such a wide range, and she ran the wrong way when she saw it coming. That was unfortunate. But we do have quite a few ults up this round. Curious to see how many of them we're gonna see getting used. Only one on defense though, so that's a bit unfortunate. But they do have 4 on attack to kind of play around with.
Yeah, this should be a good round for the Duelists, all things considered. Epiphanies peeks out again very aggressively and gets mowed down by the team, but that was some very good intel for her team, so not a waste at all. She's going to be positioned here for the push. However, Noe's going to pick that one up. There's only going to be 3 members of Iron Maidens left. It's Marissa with the long con flank. Gonna spot them all, but gets mowed down just like her teammate at the beginning. Duelist is gonna opt to rotate to a now super free, super clear A site.
Yeah, and the Iron Maidens do read this correctly, and they're starting their own rotation, but they're gonna be meeting that brim in a minute.
Terminated.
What brim?
Never mind. I mean, she died, but Militia did stall them enough that they were able to get the plant down without anybody losing their life to it.
Yes, a Valorant different indeed. It's just gonna be Lucky and Killer Fembot left. They're opting to not group together, maybe to draw attention while the other can stab from the back, but that turret is not gonna let that happen.
Last player standing.
Oh no!
Wait, from where? Oh, from there. Dabby's gonna get that one. And we're at match point for Duelists.
We are at match point. That was... Oh. I think that was Killer Fembot up there. Just wasn't paying attention to her magazine size and how many bullets she had left. She would have got the jump on Danby as well there.
Yeah.
Fortunate. But it looks like we're gonna have a big A hit here. Defenders are going to be on a bit of a half bike, forcing this. Try to get as much as possible out of this last round. If they can get a couple picks, they can pick up some good rifles. So they're not out of it yet. They had a couple of bulldogs, so that was good.
And she's just gonna spot out all 5, does fall, and there comes the quick rotation. I was just about to say, they didn't have a single sentinel on this site. Oh, but
Yeah.
both lockdowns. The chaos. No one's gonna be able to. No one gets the site. No one's allowed to get the site. Yeah, I would think that would be super confusing to see 2 overlapping ults. And even though she got detained, though, no one really capitalized on it, and Dabby still lived.
Last player standing.
Oh, but a lot of kills coming out in that last few seconds in favor of Dualists, and they'll only need to get 1 more to really cap off this game. It's Marissa. She has the res available.
We're just gonna beat this.
30 seconds left.
Oh, she lives!
Last player standing.
But Marissa didn't. She fell for her fellow teammate.
Anyone else?
Anyone else, Yoru says.
Decoy.
What's the answer? She's gonna put out some footsteps. Oh, they don't know she's here? Oh, okay, no, they're gonna hear that now.
Oh yeah.
And the
Attackers
match
win.
will go to the side of Dualists. Very close game, very entertaining one as well.
Yes, indeed. That was a really close game. And both teams really should be proud of that. That was well played on both sides. But yeah, as we said before, that was the Iron Maidens map pick, and they definitely showed us why in the first half when they were attacking. Couldn't quite pick it up there in the second half, but look at the scoreboard though. A lot of them were in the mid or high on the scoreboard. They should be proud of that one.
Yes.
But yeah, so that was it for Learning Division tonight.